Start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. Flushed out right. A check down here for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 44, Rodgers. And this is caught off a deflection. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. On 1st down, Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Bengals on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to go deep for Beasley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Rodgers now to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Inside.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Ricky. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Steps away to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Blankenship's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Johnson now returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Powers through. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. It's picked up by the Titans.
Do what we do.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Rodgers throwing here. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Throwing is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris, and the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's got his big tight end here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Edmonds. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12.
Check Mike 39. Coming. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Defense wins championships, baby.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They run with Edmonds, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Rodgers looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.